evening, Nerd Fighters! This week's theme is to tell a story. So I decided to choose something that was a life-changing experience for me, and that is going to work at the summer camp that I worked at. I really feel like I am who I am today because of it. The summer camp that I went to work at is called Camp Chingachgook. My first day there was actually the day after I graduated high school. That first week was kind of difficult for me. I was very shy around people I didn't know. Although I did have my best friend Alyssa there with me to kind of guide me through the first couple of days. By the end of the week, I was having a great time talking to everybody. I met a lot of new people. The only thing about working at the camp was the fact that I was really nervous around kids. Like, I always thought kids were cool, and I was like, oh, yeah, cool, kids, whatever. But I never really had much experience taking care of them. I never really babysat growing up, and I'm the youngest sibling in my family. So it was also scary getting to take care of a bunch of kids, and I was put in the junior girls unit, which was ages, I believe, 6 through 13, and fortunately I was put with Alyssa. And so she was the counselor in the cabin and I was the assistant counselor. So the kids came and I had my first session and it was amazing. I had never met so many people and so many kids in my life that were like amazing, like just cool. Being at this camp, I got to go on some really kind of traumatic hikes, not in a bad way, not like anything horrible happened, but things that let me appreciate the little things in life. One of my hikes was a canoe hike on a river north of here, and it was swarming with horseflies, and just everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it was just a very large learning experience. Another hike that I went on that summer was I climbed to the summit of Mount Mansfield, which is the tallest peak in Vermont. It was freezing cold and it was raining and it was muddy and gross, and it was just a lot of fun to be out there and running around and doing those kinds of things. Another thing I got to do while I was at camp was learn how to do lots of like really fun activities. I learned how to correctly snorkel. I have a skin diver's license, actually. I learned how to do lots of crazy little arts and crafts. I learned a ton of improv activities because my main class that I taught was performing arts. And I got to do archery, which I absolutely adore. I learned how to sail too, and that is awesome, and I really want to sail for like the rest of my life. It's so much fun. And my big thing that summer was I wanted to learn how to water ski. We had to go out on the lake at dawn. It was absolutely gorgeous. And finally, on my last day of camp that summer, I stood up on water skis and I skied around. I met some of the most amazing people there and had some of the most amazing experiences of my life. And it's really hard for me to put into words like how much this experience changed me. I think summer camp is such a valuable experience for anybody, no matter how old they are. There are people there that have been going there for their entire life just because they couldn't leave it because it's such an amazing place. And I made a promise a long time ago that when I have kids someday, they're definitely going to go to Camp Chingachgook. And I leave you with Cait Chingachgook's words of wisdom. Life is as you make it. So make it good, NFI, and don't forget to be awesome.